Hey, what's up, everybody? Sabby, Jacob, Spinnaker, Addy, Fluffy Pig. What's up, dude? Yeah, you know what? This is not part of my normal streaming schedule, but the buffs are out. I was finally able to download the game, and DLL was available. And so we're like, dude, let's. What's that? What's up, hey?
Oh, I was just saying yes.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And so we're like, let's test out the new Black Panther. There are a few videos out on him. It seems like people are a little confused on how to play him. I know, I also am too. So I'm looking forward to testing this. And then Mr. Fantastic, and like honestly, DLL was or is, but already was a Mr. Fantastic fan and expert before the buff. You have him at rank 3, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and uses him in war. An amazing. Have you put out the war videos yet with him in it?
That's the one that's probably going up tomorrow. Yeah.
Cool.
I do have some previous stuff, and there are 2 war fights from off season that are better than the one that's going up tomorrow.
You've got it. I think you did put out the one on against Let's long shot, right? You already put that out there.
Yeah, that one's out, and then I also took the variant Venom boss with him as well.
That's right. So if you haven't seen those, please check those out. Do yourself a favor, and so you can see like this was Mr. Fantastic before he was buffed, and now he is buffed. And I am borderline begging DLL to put out a buffed rank 3 Mr. Fantastic video this week so that everyone can see how great this champion now is. Jacob, I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. The animations are smooth. That's great to hear. Briefcase Joe, what's up, dude? Happy Monday. Christopher, how's everyone doing? I got all 3 as 6 stars, so I'm hoping for the best. Yeah, me too, Christopher. I already took Black Panther to rank 3, so I am an early investor, as they say. What's up, J Nick? These buffs were great. Even Odin is awesome. All right, dude, we got to jump into this. We got to start checking this stuff out. I
was a little optimistic about Odin because that looked like enough.
I'm curious to see that. I have him as the 5-star. I'm going to jump in on Black Panther though, because I think he's so new, right? It's so different the way he's doing it. Kais, dude, thank you so much, man. Let's get that updated. That is awesome. Always appreciated, Kais, so much. And because it is Kais, we will put the exclamation point on there. Always excited to see Kais. What's up, Kim Jong? And let's jump in and do this. I know the idea is to intercept with SP2s. Work in Progress was saying that on the Discord. But aside from that, I'm really going to need a little bit of coaching to make sure.
I think you want to make sure that you have OG Storm for that reason.
For the unblockable specials, right?
Yeah.
And then I know there's going to be a lot of debate on this stuff as we're getting started with it. Personally, I think that Jabari synergy is probably going to be a pretty big deal, or at least a nice way to maximize his damage. I have the 6 stars, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that on there. Again, remember, this is a live server, so we can't just rank people up or awaken them or whatever, but I do have Jabari, so we'll go ahead and include her in there for this testing. BP has one of the smoothest, and I know I'm pumped up to see it. There's something that's a little odd for me there with like his left arm, but I think playing it will help out a lot. What's up, Luca? This BP is Sig 20. The BP is Sig 20. Let's go ahead and enter it, and then we'll go ahead and take a little bit of a look at that. And then DL, I think you were telling me, so you think Storm, the Hulkbuster synergy seemed nice to me.
Yeah, Killmonger might be the other one. Or yeah, you have him. Okay, good.
Yeah,
I missed him there.
For the True Strike?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just going to go in. I'm going to play him like super wild. Like, again, this is just very, very basic starting off testing. Brian, what's up, dude? How are you doing? Thank you so much for stopping by. Jacob, DLL has really changed your view. Yeah, me too. DLL, he knows this game, my friend. He knows this game. That's some fat low prestige. That's a good point. All right, let's jump in on this. This could be a little interesting too. Like, I know Winter Soldier is where we often go for testing stuff, but if we're doing a lot of intercepting, this AI might not be really the best for it.
Yeah, may need to try Red Hulk at some point.
Yeah, that's a good point. And so I just want to be intercepting in general, right? And then the SP2?
I believe so, yeah.
Hey, there's
I think the. Sorry, go on.
no, go for it.
I was just gonna say, I think the big thing is that you want to get those Panther's Might charges up. So, yeah, like now you have one, and you want to get to, I think 5 of them and throw the special one, or maybe it gives you some. I need to pull that up. It's been a few days since I've read it.
His arms. So this is what I was kind of noticing. His arms, they have. It almost feels like they extend. Like I'll have to watch it back on a slower replay. And I think that's giving him a little more reach too.
Yeah, that should help with intercepting. It also does kind of.
Oof.
Yes, that was nice.
Not there though. I'll try the SP2.
I feel like it makes. Yeah, I feel like it makes sense for him to fight more like this because before they gave him basically the same animations as the people punching. That was always kind of weird. Work says, yeah, you want 5, then special 1.
SP1?
Well, you already did that once. But I think with the special 2, you don't just want to throw it. You really want to almost treat it more like Ghost or Tigra. Back off and try and get them to run into you before you throw it.
Okay, we'll set that up now. And I don't think I've shared my screen with you, have I?
No, not yet.
So you're a little bit behind. Yeah, you know, the backdraft in is not, like I'm getting caught, but that feels much more because of Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Really happy to hear that about Mr. Fantastic Jacob. He's been so much fun. I mean, I was telling Vega like probably 2 months ago at this point. I was like, I feel like I'm really liking Reed. Like I think there's a lot more to this guy than people have, talked about. I really think that he's better than even the, he's not bad kind of views. I just don't have the evidence for it. And then like over the last 2 months, I've been gathering the evidence. And then this happened. It's a good day. Fluffy Pig Monster says, would you rank 3 unduped Mr. Fantastic or unduped I-Bomb? For most accounts, I would probably still say I-Bomb. Just because, what he can do is so nice. He really has an incredible amount of damage. He does still have that Petrify, so he kind of counters some of the things that Mr. Fantastic does. He's a really good champion. But I think if you are looking for a little more utility, locking down certain fights, and you're not just looking for a damage character, and especially if you have some of the other Fantastic Four, I do really like Reed, and I don't think you need to have him duped. Okay, Treeman. I have the war video up. I'm just, staggering my stuff. And the AQ video is not for you. The AQ video is for people who may not do Mat 7 all the time.
Let's go into lab.
Hey, Strands. Yeah.
What's up, Strands? Baby Cham, what's up, dude? How are you doing? Thanks for stopping by before the power. I love a good power nap. Was watching Cam play with Black Panther. Seems like the intercept with SP2 seems tough without synergies. Yeah, I mean, I just pulled it off. I think like 3 times there, but that doesn't mean it's easy. That's for darn sure. It could just be some nice luck.
Were you trying medium backdrafts or lights?
Light, and I did get caught like 3 times, but I think that was partially Winter Soldier's just kind of like more lax AI. That's how it felt. I could try the mediums, that's for sure. I will
lights
say
are probably smarter overall, but there are some champions where the medium really does feel good.
The damage didn't feel insane. That's a rank 3.
Mm-hmm. About as good as it gets.
That might, yeah. That might be though. He might be one of these like you're supposed to be building up to a very specific moment type champions. All right, let's go ahead and try it. We'll just be backing in and out of this and doing this for a bit. to kind of see what we can figure out. Getting the True Strike was nice, and then there's obviously something there with the oh, didn't mean to stun. Oh, that medium's really cool. Look at that.
Yeah, it has pretty good reach, and it also, through that being that like flying kick, it looks like it's the kind of attack that gives you reach without moving most of your hitbox forward, kind of like Heimdall's Light, which is why he can be such a pain in the butt to intercept.
Yeah.
So that's a good animation change for him. Huh.
Yeah, it feels really smooth. I realized I forgot to share my screen with you again. Getting a True Strike on him is really cool. What I'm trying to figure out, though, is why would I bring Killmonger to want True Strike with someone else?
I had that same thought. Yeah, because like he turns... It's kind of like you get the best of both worlds when you bring the two of them together, but you get it for both of them. Killmonger gets better bleeds, and Black Panther gets True Strike. But Killmonger is still going to be better at intercepting because he has Indestructible and Counterpunch, and Black Panther is still going to be better at bleeding because he doesn't need the L3.
You know what? I think we're really early on in this. I think you may have hit the nail on the head there with the medium intercept, buddy. It has not failed once. And he has not charged in every single time. I mean, look at this. Oh, I keep forgetting to share my screen with you. And then I will work on trying to intercept with the SB2 here, folks.
Yeah, you want the L1 first, though, to turn on the Panther's Might.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. But there's the intercept with the SB2.
Yeah.
The numbers don't seem bad.
Yeah, because I think the key for his damage is you want to get Panther's Might up with all those cruelty passives, because it pauses the cruelty passives, and then it more than doubles the duration of all bleeds if you have all those cruelty passives. So like now you should start stacking them higher.
Stacking the bleeds? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I didn't set it up well here. Let's see if we can get this going.
Work says he was getting tagged with light intercepts more than mediums. Yeah, I mean, I always say light intercepts as a starting point when talking about backdrafts, but there are some champions where it's just different. The same way that with step backs, there are certain matchups where you want to use a step back medium.
Okay, that was
really interesting.
You were about to see the SP2 intercept. It is much juicier, much much-juicier.
That's pretty nice.
And then you're going to see me get beat up. But aside from that, in fact,
yeah, Strands, you can heavy to turn on Panther's Might, but you lose like 6 seconds, or no, you lose like 12 seconds off the duration, don't you? What am I saying? No, it is 6 seconds. Let's pretend that I can do math.
It's early in the morning still on a Monday. I shared my screen. Let me know if that's not working out for you.
Yeah, that seems to work.
And let's go ahead and jump back in here. Yeah, thank you, Work and DLL, both of you, for pointing out that I should be turning on the Panther's Might first. Otherwise, I mean, what's the point? Like, why are you doing that? And sorry, everyone who are not responding to the chat quite as much as usual. We definitely will, but just kind of want to get this down.
Oh, you know what? I think you shared Discord with me.
Oh, my bad. My bad. Yeah, you already know what Discord looks like.
Fluffy Pig Monster says, I don't need damage champs. I covet utility champs. I hate to argue against Mr. Fantastic, but just in the interest of fully considering this, the champs that you list, Corvus, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Ghost Anik, most of those are raw damage champs, and then you have a bleeder. So Mortal Abomination would give you some flexibility in what kind of damage you put out, since he's poison based. That said, if you really want utility champs and you're willing to put in the time on Reed, I think he will. I don't think he'll regret it. Devil Dog, where was that? Somebody else. Yeah, Devil Dog asked, who should I rank 3 first? Duped Cable or unduped Apocalypse?
Apocalypse. I like Apocalypse for this. I know not everyone does.
Yeah. I agree. Because, like, on the one hand, if you're using Cable and you're just bringing Apocalypse as a synergy champ, then obviously take Cable up. Only you know how you're using him. But if you're using Apocalypse the way he can be used, he is a more flexible overall champion than Cable, and I'd rather have him ranked. Oh, Jacob, that's the worst. It says a mate of mine did Path 4 today. Got to 999 for Massacre.
The Panther's Might is the orange icon from what you can tell, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and let that fall off. It stays on there a long time, so it's tempting to try to hurry up, but it seems like letting it fall off is smart. If I'm reading this fight correctly here. Okay, that was me. You guys are going to see an evade or a intercept fail. That was me though.
So he really does feel pretty safe if you like do it right.
In this fight, yeah, I also feel like that SB2 is doing much better than which again makes sense.
Yeah, I think you're also seeing that, like, I think it would be, obviously I haven't played around with the animation yet, but I suspect it would be difficult to get it to count as an intercept with the special 2 if you weren't using Storm.
Let's remove her and find out. I think that'd be a great thing to test next.
Yeah. Which synergy with Black Widow Deadly Origins strands? I don't know who you're talking about there. Fluffy Pig Monster says that he thinks that with Black Panther, the ability accuracy reduction is a bigger deal than the damage. And that is probably the answer to your earlier question about Killmonger. Killmonger is still better at things like intercepts. He's still better at avoiding damage. He still has crit resistance, but Black Panther has the ability to get up to 100% reduced defensive ability accuracy,
which is a really big deal. Like, as much as I always express disappointment that it's not. I keep throwing that SP1 when the Panther's Might is still up. That's just going to take some time to get used to. Mm-hmm. But I always express disappointment that it's not full ability accuracy, it's just defensive. But, like, that's really complaining about something you shouldn't complain about.
Yeah, I think that's plenty, and I actually think Kabam's smart to reduce how much they allow us to reduce global ability accuracy, because we saw just how cancerous Blade and Domino were on their initial releases.
I want to see this in some other fights too, because so it's just the beginning of the special that's unblockable too. It's not the whole thing.
Right, it's like a 1 second passive.
That's right, it does say that, doesn't it?
Fluffy Pig Monster says, I have both Reed and I-Bomb at R5 Sig 200, so it's tough. Okay, well then in that case, I think I'd actually lean Reed. The reason being that his pre-fights, which are now much easier to access and easier to keep up because they all last 25% longer, his pre-fight scale with rarity. So you are getting a significantly better Petrify with the 6-star. I don't think the 5-star can actually reverse healing and power gain, but the 6-star can. Parzival says Black Panther or Elsa to rank 3, both awakened too early or too early for me personally to call. I think it probably depends on what you need. Yeah, I'm just going to say that. And what champions you have. Because Elsa has some really interesting synergies with certain characters, like Tigra. But if you're using more, like, mutants or other skill champions, then Black Panther probably pulls ahead. Okay, Strands, I get what you're saying. I didn't mean that you... I didn't understand you meant an incoming synergy. Okay.
He's extremely fluid. I know a lot of you have already said that, but holy smokes, he's really fluid. DL, I think you hit the nail on the head there with the medium as opposed to the light intercept. I haven't gotten punished with it once. Again, that's only Rolk. But that's working out. And then what did we say we were gonna bring in? We were gonna remove Storm, right?
Oh yeah, to test how easy it is. Work says reminds us that you can pause Panther's Might on intercepts and punishing heavies and specials. So you can keep it up pretty much indefinitely.
And that's where the comparison to Black Widow Dead the Origins comes from, right? Do I need to punish them with a heavy, or can it just be with a light attack or any old thing that I choose?
I think it's just punishing them, but where is that? It just says hitting an opponent.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I see that synergy strands. I'm not sure how much that would help, honestly, because that's just a cruelty buff, so I don't think it would affect his passives, but, I mean, extra crit damage is always nice.
You know what else is, I'm not running suicides or deep wounds right now. And I'm wondering about deep wounds and how that would, do you think we'd see a massive difference with him on that?
I don't know about a massive difference now that Panther's Might already extends the duration of his bleeds. Like, it's not going to be, Deep Wounds is so critical for Nick and also for Blade because they have such short bleeds and are balanced around that. So he's now balanced around long bleeds.
Okay.
It's definitely going to help him. I don't think it's critical anymore.
All right. In fact, I'm going to do a little pen note, guys, because I know I'm not responding to chat nearly as much as I normally do, which we'll get to here in a bit. There we go. You guys all got to hear me type. I'm sure that was delightful. All right. So what are we thinking on this one? We're testing the SP2, seeing how hard it seems to be, at least initially, to intercept without the unblockable. And then I'm looking more to punish Rogue's heavies and specials. We'll be doing the SP1 to bring up the Panther's Might, and then looking to punish with that SP2, which we do need to intercept with, right? So, was that everything? Can you think of anything else that was supposed to have been in there?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, because intercepting with specials gives you the guaranteed critical hits and extra bleeds.
Warwick was saying I was only able to get Rolk 50% down before the enrage timer. I think we were, again, this is a rank 3, so that's a pretty massive difference, right? So
yeah, unless Work was using attack synergies.
Yeah. All right, we'll do one more. We'll get in a decent run here, and then we'll get to some of the questions. DL, I know you're answering some too, and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Puppy Pig Monster says, Mr. Negative or Shang-Chi, you can only choose one. I don't know, man. I haven't looked at Mr. Negative's abilities at all yet, but just off of my first instinct, I'm going to say him. But they both look excellent. Like, I feel kind of bad for for Stealth Spidey, because it looks like Shang-Chi just completely eclipses his kit.
You know, don't worry about it. That's been happening to Stealth for a while now with the to the fixes to the skill class. He'll be fine.
Yeah, but like the thing that people always said was like, well, you know, it's okay, but you know, there's no other skill champ with slow. There's nobody else who can handle unstoppable. Even if it's difficult to use with him, like he has slow and he does great damage. And then Shang-Chi's like, hey bud, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm just really okay with it.
I know. Because it means less pressure to rank stealth, right?
You got it.
Does the ability accuracy reduction help with Rulk's damage resistance? I'm pretty sure not, because physical and energy resistance are not actually abilities. But how much Black Panther crits definitely does.
So I just tried an intercept with the SP2. Are you able to tell if I get credit for that, or like, is there a text in game or anything?
I think we're just watching for extra bleeds and for if it's all critical hits. Okay. So it might be hard to tell.
I also feel like as though this Panther's Might, is that what it's called, is lasting significantly longer than they have been lately.
You may just be doing a better job of getting those punishes and intercepts in. So that L2 did not count because the middle hit was not a crit.
Wow. And that one, I mean, playing the game, that felt really good.
Yeah. I mean, he's still, you actually, it looks like you activated Panther's Might a little early because you only have 5 precision charges instead of 15. But
okay.
like he's still critting quite well. Yeah, see, it looks like it's difficult because that one hit, but it wasn't during his medium animation. That's exactly the difficulty I was expecting.
It's after his medium, isn't it?
Yeah. It's kind of like with Hyperion. It's really easy to hit dashing opponents with his special one. It was incredibly difficult to trigger Foresight with it.
Same thing there. I'm after it.
Yeah. That's interesting. Thanks, Jacob. I'm definitely gonna try. And yeah, I agree with y'all. There should be some kind of call out. I know some people make jokes about like how many icons and call outs are on the screen these days compared to, you know, back in the day. But I really appreciate it personally. Every time there's an opportunity for more clarity, I feel like it helps us play the game more intelligently. You could also see if it's easier to intercept with the L1 than the L2, because that counts for both of them.
All right, let's try that with, well, I already got to the L2. Come on, dude.
Come on, buddy.
Oh, there you go. Well, that's one negative to the not having the unblockable special. I was a little early, though, because I was trying to beat the medium a little bit.
Yeah, and suddenly we have shades of Tigra and Ghost, because anyone who plays either of those has had a special not be unblockable when you want it at some point. Yeah, Spinnaker says, I think the Storm synergy is a must for reliably getting it, or might be a must. And yeah, that's because those of you who were on the stream when we were reading the spotlights, I read that part and I was like, nobody's ever going to intercept with specials. And then I got to the synergy with Storm and I was like, oh, okay. Well, now they will. So that makes sense.
He's critting a lot, so I understand it. Like, I don't think I got it technically on that one, and yet I think 3 of them crit.
Yeah, he seems to have a very reliable crit rate. It's just that I think you're mostly missing out on the extra 3 or 4 bleeds. Bill Baller says, not really feeling this guy, but it's not a bad buff. Yeah, I think it's definitely a good buff, and it delivers on like what the character is. and keeps him in his general niche while giving him more utility, which was always kind of the weakest aspect of the skill class. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to rush to rank 5 my 5-star or to take up... I have an unduped 6-star. But he's definitely interesting.
Huh.
For those in the chat asking, we have not tested Vulture at all yet.
I think I agree with a lot of what I'm hearing. I feel like, you know, if this was it with him, oh, cool, I got that accomplishment done. I'd be very underwhelmed. But I think there is something there with the ability accuracy reduction and then additionally the ability to shrug debuffs. But that's all in the SIG, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the Purify. Oh, so yeah, I was going to ask you to look at this. So you max out at about 74% ability accuracy reduction.
Yeah,
because Panther's Might also gives you 50. That's something. That's kind of like Blade with Spark boosted Danger Sense, or that's on par with Magneto.
Yeah, but so I mean, I think like the way I would evaluate this, like I feel like I'm doing a rank 3 worthy video here, is that's a serious investment. Like right now, I'm sitting on a ton of skill stones. I think I'm close to 100. I don't know if I'm seeing someone who I want to drop 100 skill 6 stones into as a 6-star. I don't know. The damages seem good. I think there's a lot more testing we've got to do.
Okay. I will say I may have to run out on you here for a second. I forgot that I have to play Driver for a second, but if you're still here in half an hour, I should be back.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, Aiden, he definitely does look kind of synergy reliant. And I do have a duped 6-star Storm. Yeah, he may be something of a project for me.
We're talking about Black Panther here?
Yeah, Black Panther's still there. Spinnaker says the SIG scaling is not good.
The SIG scales poorly too?
That's annoying.
That is not a good thing. We were stacking up quite a few bleeds there, though, weren't we?
Yeah. Well, and I mean, that also... It's weird that it's becoming utility, but anytime somebody can stack a lot of debuffs, despair does exist.
That's true. All right, let's test. Let's jump to Mr. Fantastic. Well, at least have you on, or are you leaving like in a few seconds?
Probably in a few seconds, unfortunately.
All right. Where would you say test Mr. Fantastic? Sorry to put you on the spot there.
Sure. No, I mean he is extremely good in the Cavi queue because if you use the debuff siphoner, he takes no damage at all from poisons.
Cavi queue?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember which one was science this week or this month?
I don't, unfortunately.
Yeah, if anyone in the chat remembers which one's science, let us know.
Yeah.
Aiden, that was
I'm not going to give away too many of my ideas because I need to record some fights too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, mine's only an R1. Come on. I'm no expert. The first one? All right, cool. Thanks, y'all. I was hoping for more bleed there. I was like, as I was doing the fight, I was trying to pay attention to quite a few things. And one of them was definitely hoping for larger bleed numbers, especially when we started stacking them or coming in after the SB2 when we did land that. I'm not overwhelmed by this. I mean, that was a rank 3. I believe, like, we'll have to look at it, but I believe those are the best synergies possible. Like, this is a quality team. Killmonger is an amazing champion. Jabari is at a minimum a very good one. Black Widow Deadly Origin, very good, can do significant damage. Hulkbuster is, in my opinion, the most fun tech champion to play. The the bleed synergy. Which one there, Josh? Which one are you talking about? Put Black Panther Silver Warrior with OG Black Panther?
Last thought before I go.
Yeah.
Spinnaker points out the Power Sting lane in 7.1.3 is another one that I had in mind. And that Power Sting synergy, She-Hulk's the famous one, but Vulture triggers it too.
Okay, cool. You know what we'll do is let's jump in. We'll do one more. Apologies for anyone who wants to see Mr. Fantastic, but or DLL, or you said second, so right?
Yeah, I'm going now.
All right.
But I'll be back as soon as I can.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you coming in and dropping some knowledge. Let's do one more lab Rolk with the Civil Warrior Panther. That's a great call, Josh. And then we will we'll do Mr. Fantastic right after that. So let's do one more with Black Panther Civil War. And the question will be who to remove. I think we're going to remove Hulkbuster. Yeah, we'll remove Hulkbuster. So we're seeing, I mean, there's even some attack being added. That's quite nice for Killmonger, obviously. You know what? Oh, there it is. Skill champions deal 25% bleed damage. All right, let's give this a try. What's up, Big Germ? Yeah, great weekend, actually. Great weekend. Nick Fury and the Bleach Synergy Beautiful. So OG Black Panther 2, Black Panther Civil War. The Bleach should come in. Nick Fury and you, okay, and we can remove, we'll remove Black Widow Deadly Origin there. So we're going full skill. All right, let's just do this one last time, and then we'll move on to Mr. Fantastic, and we'll get to some questions and stuff like that too. Sanjay, I'm doing well. I this morning I woke up and I feel great. For those who don't know, I had the second COVID vaccination this Saturday afternoon and evening. I felt like almost like a little bit inebriated is the best example I can come up with for it. Sunday, I was grateful that I had the access to the vaccine and was able to take it, of course. And I felt like almost like hungover is the best way I can describe that. And then just got a good night's sleep. And today I feel great. And again, just really grateful that the vaccine was available and I was able to get it. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. I will be using the SP1 to trigger the Panther's Might, and then attempting to intercept with the SP2. We have removed the Storm synergy that provided a lot of comfort. So we'll see how we can get this. And then, yeah, we'll be trying to get the True Strike, of course, as well. So we'll just be doing our best to test things, though. No, I got Moderna, Germ. All right. And then one of the things that DL pointed out is the Backdraft Medium seems to feel safer somehow than the Backdraft Light. At least that's what I'm liking better. Let's try to get him in the SP1 cycle. There we go. Come on, Rolk. Let's throw it, dude. Rolk does not want to play ball. You know, we're going to build to our SP3. There we go. Got the True Strike. Let's check this out. Let's see if they've changed this at all. This looks the same, right? All right, now we will try to trigger the Panther's Might. Rolk is playing along. Here we go. All right, that's triggered. So now we're going to get to the SB2 and try to trigger that. Appreciate Rolk doing what he's supposed to do. And you can see there, you can see the medium and how well it is working. We've only tested this against Rolk though, so let's not go too sure that it is the ideal way to handle it. I think we got the intercept there because I saw a lot of crits. And then you can see the Panther's Might is really taking its time. I think that's because of what Work said with the ability to pause. Thank you, Rolk. Okay, did not get the intercept there. I saw one not crit. And then we'll start this process over. I was late on that medium. That was me. That was not Black Panther. That was definitely me. That was late. But we'll start this process over. I hear the notification. Thank you for that. And we'll get to it in just a minute. Right. Medium intercept. It's hard not to be too worried about those. I mean, you can see the bleeds just falling off. Wanting Rolk to throw his specials. There we go. I didn't get the intercept there, though, so that was what DLL was talking about. I will say, too, I mean, he's not done yet, but this feels much smoother. I think we're getting the playstyle down better. And I think Josh is right about the additional bleeds. I mean, I'm starting to see some bigger numbers. Now, here I'm a little confused. Let's try what Strands was saying about triggering the Panther's Might. Oh, maybe I didn't understand it. I thought we would trigger the Panther's Might with the heavy there. Probably don't understand it yet, and that's probably the problem. Let's see if this finishes him, huh? That felt really, really smooth. That felt exceptionally smooth. I am, the damage is not insane. Let's be honest. I mean, you guys can see it, right? If I was sitting here telling you, that's an amazing damage, I think you would know I wouldn't listen to me anymore if I were you. But the damage feels fine. It feels fine. It feels pretty good. Probably some ways to maximize it a little bit more, but we do have them like amped up with synergies there. I'm curious about the SIG and the ability to purify, and then the ability accuracy reduction. We're definitely going to test that more and more and more. We'll jump into some Mr. Fantastic, and then I will definitely read a little bit of the chat here. Jacob, thank you so much, and I will definitely read the last. And unfortunately, I've lost exactly how much that is, but we will add you anyway because you are awesome. And thank you so much. I always appreciate it. Oh, I got to add the and. You guys sound like you're one person. Jacob Kais. It's kind of a cool name, though, actually. Jacob Kais. I like that. All right, let's find Jacob. First one. If you guys want DLL view on Mr. Fantastic, be sure to check out his video when he makes it. Absolutely. And if that was your comment, Jacob, please let me know. Oh, no, I went too far back. I went way too far back. But I'm going to publicize the heck out of a Mr. Fantastic video when DLL makes it. So, but it's because I truly believe the guy is just an encyclopedia, a great player. And I think it'll help make us all better players to see it. Mr. Beldy, 24 hours in the second shot, I had felt a bit, but not bad. Yeah, I basically feel fine. Right now, my shoulder's just a little bit sore. Jacob, by the way, sorry, I haven't been as active as usual. I have been really busy at work recently, This is my first meaningful. This is my first time managing the building part of the project, and it has been really hectic and stressful. Jacob, well, I'm sorry it's been a little bit stressful, but I think the first time we do anything, especially something important that we've been working towards, can be stressful. So that is absolutely normal, right? And dude, don't even sweat it. I just appreciate when you can be here, and I love reading the stuff you're writing on the Discord server. And thank you. This is cool. Thank you for being here. 100 watching the stream right now. Oh, did we get? That's awesome. That is cool. That's always cool. I had a few fall off because they're like, I don't want to see Mr. Fantastic. At least not if DLL is not there. I don't blame him. The guy knows his stuff. More accented vibranium. Yeah, I thought there was more purple. Aiden, I thought there was more purple. I just didn't want to get too excited about it. Okay, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. If I have missed your question, please repeat it. It's not spamming if you repeat a question once or twice. It is, at least in my book, not on this stream, it is not spamming. Hold on. Are we supposed to be listening to Vega? That might be what I am doing wrong. Stink, yeah, it's up to you. When did I R3 Black Panther? A while ago. This was back when the skill class was terrible. So like go back a month. And I said, I will rank 3 the next buffed skill champion. I guarantee it because I had all the skill resources. And he was going to be buffed. I didn't want to keep opening the featured crystal, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to get and rank up Crossbones. So I took up Black Panther. As of right now, I'm satisfied. I'm not overwhelmed, but I'm satisfied. Let's get to this master. Oh, yeah. You could like this if you like it. I would appreciate it. It's interesting how much that actually does help, but I would appreciate it. All right, let's jump through. Yesterday I got Omega Red and Red Magneto. Who should I rank up first? If you have a bunch of 6 stones to drop into them and you run suicides, then I would go Omega Red. Otherwise, Red Magneto is awesome. Both great. Just Omega Red is more, I don't know if he's resource needy. No, he kind of is. Get that SIG up there and go for it. Can anyone explain the colorblind node, MCoC, please? I believe that's the one where you need or would want on your questing team champions of different classes. You're going to get penalized. I don't remember if that's the attack reduction or the degen, but you're going to get punished for having class champions of the same class. If anyone else remembers specifically, please let us know. So BP sucks? I don't think he sucks. I definitely don't think he sucks. I think there might be some parts there that we need to look into. There's a lot there. We are having to synergize him quite a bit, though, Gothic, and I'm not in love with that. Aiden, thank you for answering the question. What was the best buff out of these 4? I don't know yet. We'll have to test them all. We're just now going to get to Mr. Fantastic. I think heading into this, Mr. Fantastic was the best champion. And it seemed like the things that if you wanted, like if Kabam said, hey, you really enjoy playing Mr. Fantastic, what would you like improved on him? These were probably the things you would have asked for. So I'm going to probably at the moment guess Mr. Fantastic. Want to check out Odin, though, for sure. And this one doesn't seem bad. Okay, so Aiden kind of seems to be saying what I'm saying. Spinner crystal, go back a month. Skill, like maybe it was 2 months, but skill has come a long way in a very, very short period of time. Probably Mr. Fantastic wasn't Black Panther better before the so-called buff? I'm usually pointing. I don't know. Let's see. Because remember, he needed those synergies to get that damage that we were seeing in those videos too. Discord, dude, I love our Discord server. I absolutely do. I know I'm not insanely active on it, but I always love catching up, and I try to read absolutely everything in there. And I like it. Today's Miss Sister Please wish her name is Kanak. Kanak, happy birthday. Yeah, that's awesome. Sounds like you have a great brother or sister there. That's happy birthday. A really fun path from Strength is 7.1.2. There's Spite where he can power control and power access for 2. Some really nice special spam. All right, let's jump on that. Gothic, what's better about him? The ability to cleanse debuffs, the ability to access True Strike, and unblockable specials. I realize that's through a synergy, but still, as we were saying, like before, he needed those synergies as well. And then the ability to potentially 100% reduce the ability accuracy defensive of a defender. Those are the first things that jump off to my mind because those are big deals. And I feel confident he did not have any of those beforehand. My biggest problem with Mr. Fantastic is I don't have a 6-star. They need to fix it. Let's get that on that ASAP. Submit tickets, everyone. Let's get Mr. Belding a 6-star at Mr. Fantastic. Would you like him duped and at what sig level? As long as we're going to be writing these in, let's make it very specific. We can do that for Mr. Belding, I think. I have only seen Vulture and Black Panther so far, and I think Vulture's very good. Oh, that would be great news. I was actually not that excited about Vulture, so that would be cool if his is good. You're enormously helpful for this summer, bro. Really appreciate your streams. That is Sanjay. I know you from the comment section, Sanjay. Thank you so much for saying that. I appreciate it. All right, let's jump into this. I'm not overwhelmed with Black Panther, but there's a lot, like we said, what's new about him that I think is pretty awesome, actually. So I'm looking forward to testing that more thoroughly, and we're getting out a video or two on that. Start the fight. Stop talking. You talk too much. Let's fight. Are you saying you want you and me to fight? Because that's not going to happen. We're so far apart. We're so far apart. Okay. 7.1.2. Here we go. Seven point 1.2. All right, let's load up Mr. Fantastic. And let's just go full Fantastic 4. And let's bring along Mr. Vulture. Probably will not play him today, folks. So if that's who you came to see, just want to let you know. Probably will not play Vulture today. We'll do some Mr. Fantastic, though, before we head out. Vulture testing this was boring. All right, cool. Me, DL, we have a great convo on Discord right now. Oh, right on. I feel Ronan should get an update. He could use it. That's for sure. Guys, I think 7.2 is coming out this month. Hey, Vega just finished Act 5. You need to finish 6.1 for Cap. Dude, nice. You got it, Fred. I'm sure you will soon. That is awesome. 7.2 showcases utility, and it gets him ramped up much easier, which is good for getting a feel for him. Right on. Spinnaker, which lane was it again, buddy? Oh, you're talking about this one with the Vivified Power Suppression? Is that the one you were saying? Let me see if I can find it. There's Spite where he can power control. I actually don't think this is the one you're talking about. On the right. Thank you. All right. So we got a Venom the Duck here. Okay, so let's go ahead and load this up. This is a big deal already, just being able to use all of them at the start. And then what are we working against here? Typhoon. Spite and power access. All right. Yeah, this is an annoying path. All right, here we go. Let's do it. So if anyone has some they'd like to see tried or some advice on how to do this, let me know. I'm just going to be refreshing these debuffs as much as possible. Although that's part of it now, is that they stay on significantly longer. That is a lot of debuffs. Holy cow. Let's see what the power sting damage does here to avoid Venom. Okay, so I'm so used to not having to worry about the refreshing the debuffs. Wow, this isn't going to work out, is it? All right, let's get this. Let's get them going a little stronger. I think that'll be the most exciting part about this. Come on, Venom. All right, let's refresh them. Oh, this is cool. Yeah, I mean, I was not an extremely advanced Mr. Fantastic player to begin with, but already the difference in the amount of pressure you feel to throw and to refresh the debuffs I feel like it's a noticeable difference. This is pretty crazy. Oh, DLL is going to love this. I'm going to work to the SP3 here, folks. Look at this. He's got the power flood, and look at this. Absolutely look at this. I was so excited with myself. I almost lost the debuffs there. There we go. All right, let's throw this SP3. Go for SP3 now if you can. Nice, guys. We were on the same page. MSD's here. What's up, MSD? Dude, it is immediately noticeable how much longer the debuffs are staying up there. Guys, I don't want to get too excited here, but we might be looking at me ranking up a champion on stream. I don't know if I've ever done that. I'm an excitable person. SP2, SP2, SP3, and try to end with the SP1 debuffs on. Yeah, I think that's right. Aiden, 5 pass from doing 100% 7.1. That power sting lane. Do not go gentle term velocity. You can do this. You don't have Quake. You can do this, man. Just take your time. I'm not a Quake player. And I don't believe I did any Quaking in 7, in Act 7. Mr. Fantastic pretty much shuts down Spite with the suppression. Bonus can barely throw specials. There was a little bit of setup there. Unless I did it wrong, there was a moment there where I was, before I was able to get more of the debuffs going to double them up. I feel like Captain in-game. Mr. Belly, I don't know, buddy. I don't know if it's just your music or I know what it was. It was the way you responded to that one guy. I was just like, yeah, settle down, buddy. I appreciated that. Like, you did it nicely and what have you. So it was perfect. Thank you. Ooh, baby. All right, Hitmonkey is going to be bad. Yeah, we might back up. We might back out for Hitmonkey because I just don't see that going well. And then we'll let's go the other way. Let's try that other lane there. I think that would work out really well, if I remember correctly. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and try this one. MSD, what did so you love the new Master Fantastic? What in particular were you enjoying? If you're still there, dude. I recall this lane. I don't remember exactly how it worked. I used, I think, Spider Ham for it. I should venerate that. I don't remember who I used for this. Having all 3D, yeah, it is. Gothic, yeah. Falcon might be better. Yeah, no, can't argue that. Yeah. All right, let's check this out. Let's see if we can get this done. really do not recall how this lane worked. I remember there was a little trick to it, though. I think that was it, right? And then now she's going to have the... Yeah, she's now power locked, right? I keep saying right as if I'm going to look up and read the chat, but I won't be able to do that until I throw an SP3. And there's something about the power alternator, I think, that was something I got to pay attention to. Yeah, as you can see, I forgot how this lane worked. And I was trying to read the chat, and now I've lost. So let's go ahead and refresh. Oh, it's the SP2 that refreshes. Okay. It is what it is. Let's see if we can work our way back up to it. Well, definitely not playing this correctly, but he's still doing fine, which I think is a testament to Mr. Fantastic. Here we go. I think we'll get this going now. Actually, what am I missing, folks? I'm obviously missing something. And if the chat could let me know, I would appreciate it. Well, what did I mess up there? Did someone see it? What's up? Josh, taking off. See you soon, Josh. Or is Jacob taking off? Or both of you taking off? Josh is. All right, dude. See you soon. Isn't great there because of the node consumes debuffs to apply power. So that's what the problem is. That's what I was messing up. All right. Well, that's cool. I think you still worked pretty well, shockingly. But I think that's because the node benefits Science Champions so much. Spam heavy in the corner instead of dashing back. Yeah, that would have been a good thing to do. What is the current version of the game? Version 32? Spinnaker, Vega, when your channel for some killer mojo gameplay. I wasn't disappointed. Dude, yeah, Spinnaker has some awesome mojo stuff. I love it. I like mojo too, so that helps. But Spinnaker, I've been enjoying his channel quite a bit. Yeah, thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys pointing out what the heck was going on. See you, Vega. Gotta go. Are you streaming tomorrow? Yeah, Sabby, my intention is definitely stream tomorrow. Gonna try to get, I think I'll probably try to get a Black Panther video out tonight if I can. See if we can figure a few things out. And then we'll probably get the R3 worthy videos going back again next weekend. I was pretty close to having them done. They just weren't quite ready to go. And then I got the COVID vaccine, like I was saying. Okay, so let's do this. I remember this being a bit of a power lane. Yeah, it was different though. I liked this lane with spam.
All right, I'm back.
Dude, Mr. Fantastic is knocking my socks off, as we say when I was growing up in the 1950s. Where would you like to see him shown? Again, this is just a rank 1.
I'm guessing you already did the power sting lane because I heard you mentioning spam.
No, let's do that. I took him on a different lane. Okay. Do you remember where Power Sting was? Is that 7.1.1 as well?
I think Spinnaker said 1.3.
Okay. You know me, I get excited, but I kind of want to take him to rank 3 right now. I want to wait for your video though. What's up, man? Falcon? Thanks for coming by, dude. All right. 1.3 is it this bottom one probably? That was quick. Where could you possibly have driven to and come back in that short of time?
Just to over to CMU. That's about how far I am from it. My girlfriend needed to drop some stuff off and then get back to her finals, so I had to drive her over.
Right on. So that one lane, the lane Spinnaker had pointed out, I don't even remember what was on the node right now. He was awesome for it. The Spite. There was a moment, I think it was Spite. There was a moment where I was a little worried I was going to send the Defender red. He Venom the Duck through his special, and then it was just over after that. Like, it was actually fun. It was fun, having that up and all the debuffs on. It was just fun. I'll say fun one more time.
Well, and this goes to what I was telling Fluffy Pig Monster, is that the 5-star, if I double check real quick, the 5-star pre-fights max out at 105% for the Petrify. So technically he can reduce something like Spite, but barely. Whereas the 6-star gives you 120% reduction. So Spite actually drains their power.
Dude, that's the kind of stuff, dude. Right there. That was awesome. So I probably should have thrown the SP1 to get the taunt there, right?
Yeah. Or heavied him again.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because sometimes that works. Yeah, I definitely agree, Sammy. We need that Invisible Woman buff. I keep trying to play her and enjoy her. It's just not very fun.
So I think that if they were going to make her enjoyable, they just need to change her. I think she's just not... You're either going to enjoy that or you're not. I'm curious to hear ideas on how they can make her enjoyable and not just change the way she functions. I just don't... Because she could do great damage. And when you play her right, I don't know if it's satisfying. But that's... I don't know. That's my sense. Yeah. I particularly don't like her, though. So I'm biased.
Yeah. I'm not 100% sure because, I mean, they definitely need to change something. It hurts so badly to lose your vulnerability stacks. But at the same time, one of the coolest things about her is that when she's duped, if you just keep using invisibility to make opponents miss, that force field can become huge, and it's actually an incredible amount of resilience for her. But you never use it because if you make them miss even once, you're going to lose the vulnerability. It's just yeah. She has awful internal synergy.
As usual, that's a very good point.
Kim Jong-un says Mr. Fantastic is 100% better than Thing. Everywhere but incursions, I would be inclined to agree. But Thing is just so dominant for incursions, aggression fury, counter tactics, that it's really hard to dismiss that particular piece of utility. And Thing obviously has 2 very useful immunities, and his Nullify Fate Seal Stagger immunity, which is really nice. Aiden, the Dragon Man synergy would certainly help. So far, I don't think they've done that yet, where they've taken a synergy and gone, you know what, you're right, we missed the mark on this champion, let's just put it in their base. Because if they were to start doing that with Invisible Woman, then I would be right here going, okay, so now when are you going to fold the Airwalker synergy into Nova?
Dude, this guy is really good. I realize I'm taking a full Fantastic Four team. We're taking
He's disgusting with the full team.
Yeah.
The direct damage is just, it's so good. And you get like twice as many debuffs for proccing it too.
Is his taunt weaker than other champions, or has it just been kind of an odd odd scenario the last few fights for me. I don't.
It's pretty similar to the others. It is 70% higher
it is 70.
chance to activate. Yeah.
Okay. We did one more run through of Abyss Rolk with Black Panther, and just I've definitely gotten the rhythm down a lot better, and we brought in the Black Panther Civil War synergy and Nick Fury, increase the bleeds. I think it was like 200 hits, and it felt really smooth. It felt really smooth. The damage, I don't, unless there's something we're just missing, I'm not seeing this amazing damage.
Yeah.
But to be able to get rid of debuffs, to have access to a true strike, it is through a synergy. Unblockable specials through a synergy, and then the ability accuracy reduction, that's really expensive though. I don't know.
Yeah. I wish that they had... I hate that they capped it at 5. Like, I understand that they had to cap it, because if they give him 5% reduction for having him awakened at all, and there's no cap, then you just bring the Jabari synergy, you have 10 bleeds up the entire time, and you completely shut down the opponent without much effort. But I think that it would not have killed them to, like, put that cap at 6 or 7. And then you don't need Sig 200. Like, the game is so clearly... we've said this 1,000 times. It's not that 5 stars are useless. My AQ video that dropped today was entirely a 5-star team, and they're doing great. But the game is clearly moving in the direction of 6 stars, especially for the end game. And given how precious they're being with 6-star Sig Stones, it's... to keep things clean, it's not very nice to come out with yet another champion that really, really wants max Sig, and they even put in an artificial cap on his abilities to make it so that the Sig isn't useful below max. Or it's not that it isn't useful, but it's not as useful. Man, those power stings are so much fun.
I'm trying to decide, because again, this is a rank 1, you know.
Yeah.
The one thing that I pointed this out a few seconds ago, the one thing that's been immediately obvious to me is how much longer you have to refresh the debuffs. It was only a 3-second increase.
Yeah, from 12 to 15. Thank you, Jacob. Jacob linked my channel.
Yes, thank you, Jacob.
Yeah, people are commenting on the taunt not being a sure thing. See, the thing is that it says 70% increased chance to throw special, but like when you're fighting somebody like Hyperion, what is his chance to throw the special? And is it multiplicative? Yeah, taunts are one of those things that it's just so difficult to actually measure if they're working or not. Thanks, Gimme Kith.
Oh, hey,
that's a funny name.
Sorry, Mr. McGuire, you're here, dude. Sorry, I didn't see you come in here. Hopefully, you're still here, and thank you for stopping by. Parzival, I don't know if there's so many people I didn't say hi to. K-Dog, Parzival, I'm sorry, guys. I usually do that, but just really invested in that power, that Black Panther. Let's do one more fight here with Mr. Fantastic. I was really invested. I didn't realize how long we've been going already.
Yeah, it's been pretty good.
I gotta eat some lunch and go get the kids. What's weird is that's actually what I have to do. I guess it's not weird, but you get my point.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to call out. Kai's made a point I've made a few times that he's like a short ramp void. And I mean, obviously, you only get the direct damage with the full Fantastic Four, and you cannot sub Super Scroll in to get that damage, which I've complained about before. But short of the direct damage, yes, it is really nice to have a guaranteed Petrify from the very beginning. It's just so helpful. You know, one thing that I think you were kind of going in that direction, the fact that the pre-fight debuffs are significantly longer now, it shouldn't be, because it's only 25% more. But I think one thing that it does is it gives you a lot more freedom both to throw those specials as a way of knocking them down. The other thing that it does is that it allows you to combo more. Like, you feel safer throwing full combos and then parrying again and heavying, because you're not as worried about, oh, I need to heavy to knock them down right now. And because you can throw more full combos, you're getting more out of his boosted damage from all the debuffs, and you're able to get to your specials, which are most of your utility, faster, especially in fights when you need to stack the pre-fight debuffs with the special too. And so it's just, I mean, I compared it to the Masacre buff, where it's like they took what he could already do and just made everything work together better. But it's, yeah, the internal synergy is really good.
In essence, you just much more eloquently put what I was, like the next step and what I was going to say. No, because I kept finding myself wanting to parry and heavy, because to keep them refreshed, such a big deal if you lose them. Yeah. But you can actually use your, and then they're the champions are so incredibly different, folks. But Guardian has the SP1, a taunt on his SP1 too. And, as you know, we just did that fight where I was like cycling through. I like that you're like making a choice, and that you don't like, here's how you have to play this champion. I like where there's like this champion can take a variety of fights depending on what you need them to do. Here's a bunch of different ways to potentially take those fights. I like that.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. And I mean, one comment that I get on my Mr. Fantastic videos, or have been getting, is why don't you use the special 3? And I think that's because, like, I've seen people take Abyss fights with him, and they tend to use the special 3 because that's the maximum damage in very long fights. But I didn't think that it was super worth it in short or even most medium length fights. But now that the Fury is 50% stronger, it's easier to get his debuffs up, and you're more likely to be able to land those full combos and get more damage in to capitalize on the Furies without just using his dinky little heavy. Like, it's my least favorite part of his kit is his heavy.
What's his
I'm definitely going to be using. Sorry, what?
No, I didn't realize I was going to interrupt you. What's his intercept like? I've not been intercepting this whole lane out of fear, and it's costing me a little bit.
I'm not 100%.
I
have used him a few times, because he does have quite a bit of range on those, as you can see.
Yeah.
I think his backdraft lights are pretty good. I just can't remember off the top of my head using them. Spinnaker says DLL convinced me to play Mr. Fantastic without the full synergy, since I'm missing a bunch of them. He's really good on his base. Yeah, man, he's really good. And I think I was talking recently about like the synergies that I like for him outside of the Fantastic Four. Dr. Doom, Reed gets put on Doom teams a lot for that armor break. It's like, oh, we got a Killmonger, let's give him Doom with Reed. But I think people kind of sleep on the part of it for Mr. Fantastic, which is that he gains power when buffs are nullified or when they expire on the opponent. It gives him 3 points in Mystic Dispersion. And that's for somebody with a stagger. Like, it makes him really solid in certain matchups.
Is that what just happened? Because I could swear I was building towards the SP2, and I've already forgot who wrote it. Aiden was like, well, I didn't think you'd get the refresh, and neither did I, because I was really testing how much we were talking about. Like, you can really start to use your specials to refresh the debuffs. You don't have to use your heavy. And then I was getting ready just to use the SP1, and then I felt like I got a burst of power. Is that what happened there? Was there?
Yeah, that must have been if you were facing somebody with buffs, because I wasn't. Or yeah, because it was Phoenix. So yeah, if you have Doom, then you basically have 3 points in Mystic Dispersion with a Science champion.
Holy smokes. Okay, and more than one person now, multiple times, someone has pointed out that they think Vulture has been a fantastic buff. So
He must have gotten more damage than it looked like from his spotlight then.
Yeah, we'll test him tomorrow. I'm already assuming DLL can be on call. This, for those who've asked, this is DLL, and what we're going to start doing is I think that's going to be the pinned comment for a while now. Is we're just going to have his channel. He recently started a channel. He was the first alliance. He was the alliance leader of the first serious war alliance I ever played in. The guy has taught me a ton. I think we realized it was 3 years ago now, right? And he's 3 and change now, and he's the BG leader, or one of the BG leaders for the alliance I'm now in. So if you saw my latest war video, and I'm talking about how amazing the war attack plan was, he's the one who did it, and just recently started a channel, drops knowledge, and is frequently on call tier, dropping more knowledge. Yash, right now I would say Mr. Fantastic, but I think he was the best before it started, and we have not tested Odin or Vulture yet, so I am not sure.
Yeah, that's a good point. He was definitely in the best shape out of the 4.
Yeah.
But he also goes well with Vulture. I'll be testing some of that myself, I think.
Yeah, wow, there's so much more I want to talk about, but I really do need to eat, and then I really do have to go pick up kids and then get back to work. So
food is important.
Yeah, all of those things are important. But I think we'll be back on tomorrow. Remember, the normal streaming schedule is Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9:30 around approximate Pacific Standard Time, and then Wednesdays 3:30 in the afternoon Pacific Standard Time. And for those who don't know, Tuesday and Thursday was AM. I realize that might have sounded like PM, but those are Tuesday and Thursday AM. Yash, I like Black Panther. Sorry, I'll answer this. I like Black Panther. The damage is okay from what we can tell. We did do some testing there on Labyrinth of Legends Red Hulk. You can go back earlier in the stream and catch it out. I'll try to get out a video on Black Panther soon, but there's a lot of utility there with Black Panther that we just weren't able to test today, but we'll get to it soon. All right, everyone. Absolutely take care. Of course, Mr. Belding and DL, anything to add?
No, I just need to get some gameplay recorded.
Yes, you do, my friend. Yeah, well, we'll talk off.